Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So a few mistakes that I see people doing during Ramadan in terms of working out. I'll say the most important one first, and that is caring or taking too much time and attention on working out. You shouldn't care too much about working out during this month. As you all know, it's a blessed month. We have 30, 29 or 30 days. Take advantage of them. And this is a reminder for myself first. Working out is not very important during this month. It is not important at all. Actually, it should not be your priority during this month. The second mistake that I see people doing is either overeating or undereating. If people are trying to lose a lot of fat, they're trying to cut down or shred or whatever they're trying to do, they usually undereat and they feel very sick during the day, or they just throw off their body chemicals. Make sure you are staying within a healthy range for your calories, for your macros, all that good stuff. You don't need to count them. Just make sure you eat properly and you don't starve yourself. And on the other end of the spectrum, make sure you're not eating too much and you're not just stuffing yourself with way too much food, way too much sugars, way too much fats. Just eat in a moderate amount, just like the Sunnah promotes and encourages to eat in a moderate amount. So when you're breaking your fast, just fill yourself to a point where you're satisfied. You're not extremely full to where you can't pray, you can't do things after iftar. And that's a reminder, especially for myself, because I struggle with that. The third mistake that I want to talk about is people lift way too heavy and way too intense during Ramadan. You do not have the nutrition, you do not have the caloric intake that you usually do during the other 11 months out of the year to train as hard as you train in the other 11 months out of the year. So let's say you're a power lifter and you usually do an intense 10 sets of 3 as the rigorous and dreadful Small Off program does. 10 sets of 3 at a really heavy weight, a lot of exertion, a lot of exhaustion during that time. During Ramadan, if you're going to do that, you're more than likely going to get injured. You put yourself in a really bad position to get injured and to not recover properly. So if you're genetically gifted and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just gives you the blessing of extreme strength, then go ahead and lift as intense as you want. But if you want to train smarter, just don't train as intense as you do regularly throughout the year. I would probably take it down a notch, maybe focus on a little bit more, either do more reps or kind of do a slower tempo with lower weights. The fourth mistake, and I've talked about this in one of my videos, is when is the best time to train. So the fourth mistake is choosing a wrong time to train for yourself. Every individual is different. And for example, I'll give you guys my example. If I train right before Maghrib, right before we break our fast, it is going to be the worst workout I have ever done. I'm not even joking. When I am hungry, when I don't eat, I don't know what's wrong with my body. I should probably get it checked out. But I feel extremely sick and weak and tired at the end of the day before iftar. And it's a little bit more pronounced than people I live with. So they're fine. They can function properly. But for whatever reason, towards the end of the day, towards Maghrib, I just shut down completely. So I can't work out during iftar usually. Now, some people can. Some people love to work out before iftar, and they do a great job at doing that. For me personally, I like to work out after iftar, and I talked about this in one of my previous videos as well, just recently, how I'm going to work out right after iftar, after a small meal, and then go on from there. But just make sure you choose the proper time for yourself. Just because your friend works out after Fajr or before iftar or in the middle of the night doesn't mean it's the best time to work out for yourself. So make sure you understand your body, you take the time to really kind of figure out when you're going to train, and try to do it before Ramadan. So again, you're not taking up too much time and attention away from the things that you should be focused on during Ramadan. And then the fifth thing that is, I think, extremely important as well is choosing the right foods to eat when you can. Now, there's two sides to this. One is if somebody cooks for you, or you eat somebody else's food, or you live with your parents, or you have a wife and you don't really cook anything, then I think it's the most respectful and most, I guess, smart way to go about it is just to eat what is available. Now, if you live by yourself, or you are the person who cooks in your household, or whatever it is, where you can control your meals, then I think the smartest thing to do is really choose what you eat very strategically. So don't waste all of your calories or all of your hunger on sweets, on cake, on pie, on sugary drinks. Try not to do that. Try to focus on good, healthy foods, lots of vegetables, lots of carbohydrates, lots of good fats, and a little bit of protein. Depending on your goal, of course, that's going to differ. But generally speaking, try to get whole foods and good sources of macronutrients. But again, I want to emphasize that if you do not cook, if your mother cooks, if your father or wife or sister or whatever, whoever cooks, if they are cooking for you, make sure to be respectful of their efforts and try to eat their food even though it doesn't fit your macros or if it's not the healthiest food choices. It is what it is. You can focus on meal prepping the 11 other months out of the year, but try to be respectful. And again, if you can't control what you eat, try to choose wisely of what you're trying to eat. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to take advantage of this Ramadan and really come out of Ramadan as better people, as better Muslims. And anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And inshallah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.